Hi, welcome to the channel Fluency with Sivi. In this video, we are going to learn how not to feel hesitant to speak to strangers. So without any further ado, let's get started. The common concern that we have as English learners is we don't know whom to speak with, especially if we want to practice speaking. Let me just introduce you to my best friend who's always been with me in the journey of learning English fluently. And let me just introduce you Sivi, which is an app that I have used to speak to strangers or English learners just like me to improve my speaking every single day. Of course, even I've told you a lot of times to speak more every single day in order to improve your fluency. That is when Sivi is going to become your best friend where you can speak to strangers or English learners just like you. So, all the people that you are going to speak with on this app are of course going to be strangers to you, right? I am going to leave the link of the app in the description box. You can download it and explore the app in detail, or I will make a video very soon where I am going to explain every part of the app. So when we are speaking to strangers, there is going to be some kind of shy or we feel whenever we are trying to speak to strangers. In this video, I am going to tell you a few amazing points that are going to help you to not to feel hesitant, especially when you are speaking to strangers. About the point number one, which is to not to fear about what people are going to judge about you. When you are talking to a stranger, especially on an audio call, that person cannot even see your face and you cannot see the other person's face. I'll ask you a very simple thing. You are talking to a person, right? Let's say you're talking to someone on the app Sivi every single day. So when you talk to someone, are you going to judge the other person? No, because you are an English learner, the other person is also an English learner, because of which you hold a respect for the other person and you are not going to judge the person, right? The same thing repeats with the other person as well. Do you think you are the only person who doesn't judge the other person? Maybe the other person is also thinking the same way, that you are also an English learner and you both are on this journey of learning English. So the other person is not going to judge you. Just the fear that we assume or we build in our mind. But if you come into reality, the fear is not going to be there at all. It is we who are just building up that fear every single day. So there is no need to feel that fear of being judged all the time. For example, if the other person is judging you, what happens to the most? Of course, you are a learner, you are in the journey. It will take time for you to reach wherever you want to reach. So it's okay. It's okay. The other person cannot even see your face and you can't see the other person's age. Remember, there are going to be difficulties in this journey of being fluent in English. Remember the fact that no matter whatever you face, you are going to just move forward. Take all the difficulties, all the challenges with a smile and just move forward. I'm telling you, speaking to a stranger might sound difficult to you on the first day. Doing it on the first day will be difficult to you, but every day when you do it, you're going to fall in love with it because you want to know people's perspectives. Point number two is to be respectful whenever you are speaking to a stranger. You will end up feeling hesitant when you are not giving that respect to the stranger. Yes, you need to respect the other person's opinion, the other person's thoughts, the other person's conversation. It's very important that you respect everything. Only then you are going to learn a lot from the other person. I feel in my journey of talking to strangers on this app called Sivi, I have completely enjoyed all the conversations that I've had, because I'm always curious to learn about the other person's culture, where they come from, what do they do. I'm always curious to know about everything. And because of that, I'm always respectful to the other person. I will always show interest to listen to what they are saying. And there's always something to learn from every single conversation that I have on this app. And to be honest, you will reflect what you give. If you are respectful, the other person is also going to be respectful to you. There are going to be very few cases where You might not like the conversation, but in almost all the cases you will end up liking the conversation if you initiate it on a positive note. So be positive whenever you're talking to a stranger, and that is going to completely change the game. Point number 3, which is the last point, which is maybe you're really not interested to speak to strangers. Let me just tell you how important it is to speak to people if you actually want to be fluent in English. I will share my own example with all of you. When I started my journey, I've done everything to my best, reading, writing every single day, but I was not speaking at all. But the day I started to speak to people on the app Sivi is the day I actually started to improve every single day. I'm telling you, yes, it is going to be challenging in the initial days, but we have to stick with the journey no matter what. Challenges are the ones that are going to make you stronger eventually. Yes, you will find it challenging to just spend more than an hour to just speak to people, but trust me that 1 hour is going to be an hour of learning, and I'm telling you, you are going to learn a lot. In my next video, I will have a conversation with someone on the app called Sivi, where you can actually see how much I actually love having conversations with strangers. And trust me when I say this. So keep all these points in your mind, especially when you are having a conversation with strangers. Do not feel any kind of discomfort. Do not feel hesitant to speak to strangers, because they are also human beings. They're not going to judge you. It's just that fear inside your mind that is killing you. So don't let that fear take a control over you. You take control over that fear. So I truly hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video. Make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I will come up with more such videos very soon. Till then, you please take care. I will see you soon. Bye.